I'm Officer Lavy. For my reader, I have
Soldier Matthew.
Soldier Matthew. Putting in work. Thank you for coming through, bro. All praise to the Most High for your works, man. It take a lot to bring this together so the word can be delivered unto you, hopefully to help our souls. So we teaching that the word be delivered unto you, hopefully to help our souls. I need it just as well. I need my daily bread, spiritual bread. I need my mid-morning medicine because this word is the medicine. So the title of the class is It's Time to Grow Up, Man Edition. Don't start now. All right? Don't start. Time to Grow Up, Man Edition. So we talked about the sisters. Now we're going to talk about the brothers. All right? I know the sisters ready for this. Let's see if he going to go hard on the men. Let's see if he going to go hard on the brothers. Yes, sis. We're going to go hard on the brothers. We're going to go hard on the brothers. Because it take the men to build back the nation. Right? It take the men to build back the nation. So let's open up with that clip that we left off with. I want to do that. Where he said the right part I wanted. Not the wrong part. I messed up on that one. That was my bad. So this might be my last time on Daily Bread. If y'all don't see me for a while, y'all know why. Anyway, go back and watch the last woman edition. All right, so let's pick up on that first time. You know what I want? You know what I want, huh? Where he said, trained by a respectable man. All right, so let's open up with that. Y'all bear with me. We're going to pull this thing off. Y'all bear with me. All right, yeah, that's all I want, that last part right there.
Respectable man.
Well said. Look at you, Corey.
Women need to be trained by.
Yeah, go back just a little bit. All right, so it's time to grow up. We talked about the women, the traumas, the breakdown of the woman, the mindset, we went through the Willie Lynch letter, the slavery, even today, the psychological effects that we have. All right, so now, if y'all still with us, if you ain't fell off the horse by now, all right, all praise to the Most High. Play that.
It's a predicament we're in and we don't need to be in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Women need to be trained by a respectable man.
Well said. Look at you, Corey.
Women need to be trained by a respectable man.
Yeah.
All right.
If they're not trained by a respectable man, they're going to go out in the streets and literally destroy themselves and their legacy.
And the first way you train her is
That's it. Don't play that because he's going to say something I don't want to hear. He said the first way you train her is by not sleeping with her. But he didn't say it like that. He said the other word. Don't be putting your rod in her. Don't be after sex the first thing. Believe it or not, my daddy told me that growing up. He said, son, you might have sex, you might sleep with her, but she may be crazy as hell. So you got to remember that. And I'm like 5 or 6. I'm just like, yes, sir, okay. But all this stuff start coming back to you when you're older. I'm telling you, I grew up rough. You know, I mean, yeah, I didn't yeah. Anyway, that's another story. When I say rough, I mean my daddy would take me to the mall, and he would point out, okay, what she look like, son? You like her? Go talk to her. Stuff like that. Anyway, then he became a preacher, so I was all jacked up. Crazy story, ain't it? All right. So a respectable man, a woman must be trained by a respectable man. And don't take offense at the word train. Why I gotta be trained? You trying to train me like a dog? No, sis. We have to learn these things. Give me Titus 2. I already know the black woman mindset. What you mean train? He can't train me. No, sis. Just listen. We here to help you. Titus 2. The aged women and likewise, they learn how to love their husbands and all this and all that. Y'all go through it all. Y'all should know this by heart now. Some of y'all know it, some of y'all don't. But putting it in practice is a whole different beast. I don't know why. Read that.
The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Come on.
The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior.
In behavior.
As becometh holiness.
Learning how to be a holy sister. Read.
Not false accusers. Not given to much wine. Teachers of good things. That they may teach the young women to be sober. To love their husbands.
Taught how to love your husband. You would think it would be natural. I would think it would be natural. You don't like me, you don't love me, get the hell away from me. But it ain't like that. It got to be a long term. You understanding? It's a thing got to be taught to us. We're destroyed. We don't know what love is. Love is okay. Every Friday I bring you Chick-fil-A. I love you. Nah. Every time, every Thursday I bring you a smoothie or whatever. I bring you McDonald's. You eating that nasty stuff. I bring you McDonald's. I love you. No, it's more to it. It's more to it. Read. Is that it on that?
No, sir.
Go ahead.
To love their children.
That's it.
Verse 5.
That's it. Stop right there. 1 Kings 2 and 2. Because it's about the men. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 2. But the women have to be taught, trained how to be a respectable woman. They got to be taught by a respectable man. A respectable man. If you got a brother in this truth who's trying to keep the commandments, putting forth a good effort, keeping the commandments. You have a man like that, sis, you have a respectable man. Whatever his shortcoming is, whatever you little flaws you want to point out, oh, this ain't right, he do this, he do that. Whatever you want to point out, he's trying. And bruh, if you got a sister that's in this body, in this walk, she's trying. You tell her something, she actually does it. She may catch an attitude, but she does it. She'll catch herself later, and hopefully, sis, you do catch yourself later. But bruh, she's trying. You gotta work with that. You gotta work with that. That's your portion in this life. Like I got my portion I gotta work with and deal with. You got yours. Bruh, she's trying. Alright? And for you brothers that's proven, you gotta be thinking twice about all this. Because all this is gonna affect a lot of different things. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 2.
Yes, sir.
That's why I don't want to forget this part. Why the bishop bishop did a class called The Curse of Absent Fathers. Fathers are very important. Father is a father in the household is very important. If he is a respectable father, he should be, the norm, raise a respectable daughter to be a respectable wife. Right? Read that.
Yes, sir. The book of 1 Kings, chapter 2 and verse 2.
Come on.
I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
Show thyself a what?
A man.
A respectable man. Read.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments.
That's how we be respectable men. To keep his statutes, his commandments. Thou shalt not commit adultery. You rolling like a man then. When you commit adultery, we rolling like boys. I'm going to say it again slow. When we watch porn, we rolling like boys. When we don't watch porn and we restrain ourselves, we rolling like men. You got to make it plain. You got to make it plain for the brother. That's what the Bible say. Keep the commandments. Show yourself a man. Read.
And his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself.
That's how we got to roll. Then we will be prosperous in keeping the commandments. Show thyself a man and keep the charge of the Lord to walk in his ways. One way is don't be deceitful. A lot of brothers get with sisters and they be lying about certain things. Keep his ways, right? Even when you're dealing with men amongst men, brothers be lying about their weight. They got a fat back challenge to help the brother lose weight, to get his blood pressure down, to get his health right, to possibly get a wife. His ass lying about his weight. Oh yeah, I did it. I went there. Oh, you thought I was gonna hold back on you? No, bruh. You got to get it. You got to get it too. Sis, calm down. We got it. Calm down, sis. You ain't gotta throw the boot on him. You ain't gotta throw the wig at him. Calm down, sis. We got this. We gonna get the men right. The Lord is gonna get us right. And if we don't get right, we're gonna get weeded out. If I don't get right, I'm gonna be weeded out. Point blank, period. I ain't doing all this for nothing. I'm doing this for something. I want to be a better man. I want the kingdom of heaven. I want power, damn it. I want to be able to be looked at with prestige and honor. When you got your real, rightful, spiritual power. Right? Yes. That's why we here. That godly sorrow of knowing we messed up. Read the scripture again, bro. We gotta let that sink in. Come on with it.
1 Kings chapter 2 and verse 2.
Come on.
I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
Show thyself a man.
Keep the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, to keep his testimonies, to keep his statutes,
Read.
And his commandments, and his judgments, and his testimonies.
Keep his statutes, commandments, and judgment. One commandment say, don't deal deceitfully. We got brothers lying, brothers dealing deceitfully, men of rank traveling down to Jacksonville to go save sisters from the storm. Now she in the world. He brought her back to the house. She's staying in the house with him. He coming to camp with us like everything all good. Bro, you ain't a man. You still a little ass boy. And guess what? If I do the same thing, I ain't a man. I'm a little ass boy. It is what it is. I told you we gonna roll. Bruh, get your coffee. Go ahead, get your energy drink. We gonna roll for some fellas today. I'm telling you. We gonna roll for some fellas today. Some gonna like it, some ain't. But everything I'm gonna say gonna be biblical. And I'm gonna say it about myself. Because I'm included too. Alright? So ain't nothing personal, bro. It ain't nothing personal. We love you, bro. Man edition. This is man edition, right? I know if I go down, they're gonna dish it out on me, because I be dishing it out on brothers hard. And guess what? I want brothers to be able to dish it back to me hard. I don't want nothing else less than that. I want to be the best. So when I be talking talking noise or whatever, because I want to see the best out you, bruh. And if I get down, I want you to push the best. Give me the Lord willing. If I get down, I need brothers around me that's gonna push me to give me that challenge to bounce back. Yes, it is what it is. All right. From there, Isaiah 46:8. Go ahead, share this to your husband, sis. Don't do that. Man edition. I'm gonna send it to my Lord. Man edition. Damn it. Anyway, Isaiah 46:8. I think of what I call.
Yes, sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 46 and verse 8.
Come on.
Remember this and show yourselves men.
Show yourselves men.
Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Remember the form.
That's it on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, read it again.
Remember this.
Remember this. Show yourself. Read.
And show yourselves men.
We gotta show ourselves men.
Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's think about all the things that we've done. You know, I messed up in this area. I can grow in that area. I can, be groomed in this area. And take it to heart. 1 Maccabees chapter 2, verse 64. 1 Maccabees chapter 2, verse 64.
The book of 1 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 64. Wherefore, ye my sons, be valiant and show yourselves men in the behalf of the law.
In what?
In the behalf of the law.
Show ourselves men in the behalf of the law. That's it on that?
No, sir.
Read.
For by it shall ye obtain glory.
That's how we get the glory. Keeping the law. Keeping the commandments. That's how we get the glory. And we say law and commandments, but it's in-depth. It's in-depth things in that you got to deal with. Like going to work when you don't feel like it, because you got to provide for your household. Or you provide for your damn self. Yeah. That's man stuff. We're going to get into it. Read that again. Or when somebody asks you a question, you speaking up and answering honestly. That's man stuff. Or something happens, so you know what? That's my fault. Taking accountability. That's man stuff. Yeah. I got to do the same thing. I'm included. Read.
Yes, sir. Wherefore, ye my sons, be valiant and show yourselves men in the behalf of the law. For by it ye obtain, shall ye, my bad. For by it shall ye obtain glory.
That's how we're going to obtain glory. Let's get 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 50. That's how we're going to obtain glory. Second Ezra 16 and 50.
Yes, sir. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 50.
Listen to this very closely.
So shall righteousness hate iniquity when she decketh herself, and shall accuse her to her face. When he cometh, that shall
take
defend.
Take your time and reread it. Reread it. Read it. Take your time.
Yes, sir. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 50. So shall righteousness hate iniquity when she decketh herself, and shall accuse her to her face. When he cometh, that shall defend him that diligently seeketh out every sin upon earth.
He gonna defend him that diligently seeketh out every sin upon earth. That's the part I want. As men, we have to know and understand we were made, as men of God, we were made to rebuke and reprove and set this world back in order. That is a hell of a job. While we're dealing with our own personal trials, while we fighting our own battles, dealing with our own temptations, our own lusts, we still have to overcome that mentally and set the world back in order. Go out and teach and wake up the tribes of Jacob. Wake up the 12 tribes of Israel. We got to go preach and teach the Bible. That's going to blitzes. That's going on a Sabbath to teach during the week. These things take planning, take money, take time, take energy and effort. You got to push through when you're tired. These things. All right. So when we understand we got to search out the iniquity, that means we have to study as well. I got to do more. I feel I got to do more studying. More reading. When you have to teach and instruct, you have to do a lot of learning, a lot of reading as well. All right? So, from there, we got understanding a man is to keep the commandments. Now let's go to, let me see, Sirach 39 verse 1. Sirach 39 verse 1. Few basic scriptures some folks may know, but we're going to get into it. We're going to deep dive in. We're going to get all the meat off the bone.
Yes, sir. The book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients.
We got to do that. Give our mind to the law of the Most High. Read it again from the top.
Yes, sir. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients.
We got to give our mind to the Most High and seek out the wisdom of all the ancients. Really study. Make this our desire. Sometimes brothers ain't got a willing mind to study. Sometimes brothers ain't got a willing mind to travel or be around to learn. Right? Sometimes it be like that. But we got to self-examine as well. Second Ezra, where it say, subdue your own mind. 1434, I believe. Second Ezra 1434. We just warm it up, but we're going to get into it. We got some videos. We got some scriptures. We got some more videos. And we're going to bring it out. We're going to expose things that we do that's not of God, which is not being a man. Read it.
Yes, sir. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 14 and verse 34.
Hold on. I don't want that one. I do want it, but not right now. Set thine house in order. 2 Ezra 14:13 first.
Yes, sir. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 14 and verse 13.
Come on.
Now, therefore, set thine house in order, and reprove thy people.
First thing is setting thy house in order, then reprove thy people. I can't be up here talking to y'all if I haven't really understood to it. I have to get myself right first, meaning I have to have a pattern of, he's known to keep the commandments. He's been around for a while. He's been keeping a good reputation. He's not known to be these things, not known to be a liar, not known to be a thief, right? I have to get myself together first. When I first come in, let me gather myself. Keep the commandments. Show myself a pattern of good works. Read that again from the top.
Yes, sir. Now, therefore, set thine house in order.
Set the house in order and going into setting yourself in order. Because some brothers ain't got no damn house. They still living with their mama and think you a man. You ain't a man yet, bro. It is what it is. Read.
And reprove thy people.
Then you reprove your people. Read.
Comfort such of them as be in trouble. And now renounce corruption.
When it comes to renouncing corruption, that goes back to 2 Corinthians, bring every thought to the obedience of Christ. That goes back to that. You renounce corruption. You speak against it. You understand evil when you see it, and you reject it. You preach against it. You got what I want? 2 Corinthians?
Yes, sir.
10 and 4, I believe.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Right? So
But-
this ain't no physical fight. We got to tame ourselves first. Self-control. Go ahead.
But mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations,
Casting down imaginations.
and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God.
Everything that goes against God, we got to cast that down. Meaning if a woman thinks she's equal to a man, we got to cast that down. We got to show and teach that properly. Hey, sis, we're not equal. That don't mean we disrespect you. That don't mean we belittle you or demean you. But you got to understand the order of things. And if you hear that talk, you got to know how to put that in order. I had to learn that. Still got to understand how to be a wise master builder. Because this is the man edition. We just got done talking about the women. So that's why I made it a reference of man and woman thing. Casting down imaginations. Another one could be you thinking that God loves everybody. John 3:16 for a small example. Or it's okay to celebrate Christmas for another example. These things, right? Read on where it say casting down imagination. Pick up right there again.
Yes, sir. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God.
Even with yourself, me, myself, anything that pops in my mind that goes against what the Bible say, I got to cast it down. The devil hit my thoughts. Yeah, us as men, the devil hit our thoughts, us as leaders, and we got to cast it down. Continually do that, exercise ourselves in that every day. Self-control, self-discipline is the first principle. I think that's in, I'm going to misquote it, but if y'all know what I'm talking about. It's in the Art of War, I think by Sun Tzu, if y'all into that type of stuff. It say the first battle is you got to learn, you got to conquer yourself, right? And they all got that from the Bible. If you've ever read books like that, The Art of War, The 48 Laws of Power, things like that, that's what that's about. All right, first thing is we got to conquer ourselves. Read on.
And every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bring into captivity every thought.
What?
Every thought.
What?
Every thought.
Every thought we have.
To the obedience of Christ.
That's a hard thing to do. That's a mental game we playing. I Googled it one time. I ain't got it right now. It was like I Googled how many thoughts does the average person have. It's like 6,000 to 7,000 thoughts. And then one article said like 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts, depending on if you count every single thought that rolls through your mind versus you count how many times you think about the thought. So if I think about one thing, okay, that's one thought, but I thought about that one thing 10 different times. So they measure the numbers off that. But the Bible is saying bring every thought we have to the obedience of Christ. There's a lot of mental faculties have to be had, right? All right. Give me that in Genesis now. Genesis, no, Matthew 19. Genesis 2:24. We'll start there. I know I got you going back and forth. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. And then we're going to get 1 Timothy 5 and 8. I got you. Just follow me. Genesis 2:24.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 24.
Come on.
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
Now, that's a lot in that. Believe it or not. To leave father and mother. You can't just walk. I heard Bishop Yawasop say this. You can't just walk out with the knapsack on your back. If you got any visuals, you can pull it up. You can't just walk out with the knapsack on your back or the backpack full of clothes, or you getting ghetto with it, put all your stuff in the trash bag, and walk out with the trash bag on your back. Can't just do that. When you leave father and mother, you have to have a place to go to, just out of common sense, if we're really thinking about it, right? Get out a place to go to. So to leave father and mother, what do we have to have? A job. A J-O-B. The word for the day is job, right? That's what he said on Friday, huh? The word for the day is job. Get a job. Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 3 and 10. I see it first, my bad. 2 Thessalonians 3 and 10. So man got to leave father and mother and cleave to his wife. Let's stay on leave father and mother. I'm going to stay right there for a second. Read that, 2 Thessalonians 3 and 10.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any man would not work,
Any man don't work,
neither shall he eat.
you don't eat. So that means what? Get a job and work. That means what? Brothers who come in here do the work, they go out and preach and teach the Bible, they get their food. The Bible say don't muzzle the ox. When you out there working, pulling for you, don't muzzle the ox. Same thing, Paul brought it up to when brothers in teaching, doing the work. You know, we have food for the brothers come back from camp, things like this. They eat. But if you don't do nothing, hey man, why y'all ain't feed me no food first? Bro, let the brothers who, we'll hook you up, but let the brothers who did all the work, let them eat first. How about that? Nah, I'm black. You gotta feed me first. Man, sit down somewhere, bro. Let's get that video queued up. I'm gonna send a timestamp as well underneath it. You got it? All right, so there go the timestamp right there. Now, it might be a little cursing. I'm gonna tell you now, but you need it. You need it, brother. We need it. Play that timestamp. It ain't gonna be that bad. I got you, bro. I got you. Play that timestamp. I'll tell you when to stop. Things of being a man. Don't work, you don't eat. You gotta leave father and mother house. Go ahead. All right, turn it down a little bit.
What's up, fellas?
I gotta be careful with this one.
Good video today. Had a loyal patron supporter that I thought asked me a damn good question. He wanted to know, AMS, when did you know you finally had become a man?
That's the question.
Oh, man.
Now, people of the world, now we know the brother ain't righteous, keeping no commandments, but when people of the world bring out biblical principles and biblical wisdom, we got to line it up. Maybe you don't want to hear it from us. Maybe you don't want to hear it from me. Maybe you want to hear it from the captains, the bishops. Let's hear from people of the world being a man. The Lord told you to keep the commandments. The Lord told you leave father and mother. Stop right there. So to leave father and mother, how do we do that? Play on.
This is a good question because
Turn up a little bit so I can hear it.
society tells you you're a man when you turn, 21? Yeah, when you turn 21. You can go die in the military at 18. Yeah, you can't get a gun. You can't drink alcohol. But you can go die in the military at 18. But when you can't get no drink, I think we got 19 to get a cigarette. I can't remember. But yeah, society, man, America's one contradicting ass society. Yeah, you can go die in Afghanistan, but nah, don't. Alcohol, forget it. Now, this is funny because my definition, and you see some people use the word male versus man, right? So I've been a male all my life, but I didn't become a man till I was around, I can't remember, but I think I was around 25, right? And I'm going to tell y'all why.
Listen, play on.
At 25 and not 21. Some of you guys think you became a man at 18, still living with your mama, but you know, we're not going to get into that today. I'm not, hey, you know, all my boys out there who are men living at home with mommy, keep hope alive, brother. But let's get into it when I knew I had become a man. Number one, guys, it was when I could work jobs that I hated and not quit them.
Oh, stop right
Guys,
there. Stop right there. Hey, I knew I became a man when I can work jobs and not quit them. Boy, oh boy. Now that's something serious right there, because me personally, I done had plenty of jobs. I grew up staying with my grandmother. I moved out of my mama's house when I was 12, stayed with my grandmother, right? Short story, I'm going to keep it short. I ain't finna go into it. So, staying with my grandmother, I got of age to start working. And I went through every job in the county. I will start working even once I graduated high school. Okay, now it's really time to start working. You go to your temp services, your warehouse jobs, your forklift driving jobs, your pallet jack jobs, your steel toe boot wearing job. I went through them all, and I was quitting them left and right because I ain't like none of them. I'm the only one. Okay, bro, I'm the only one, huh? I'm the only one. I'll get this job in 2 weeks. I'm looking for another one, man. I'm doing another application. I can't do this. Hell no. Play on, bro. We're going to get into some man stuff. Go ahead.
thing I routinely did in my early 20s, I would just quit jobs. Now, ain't nothing wrong with quitting jobs if you got, 50K in the bank, hell, even 10K in the bank. You got a little savings. Guys, I would quit jobs flat ass broke.
Stop. Oh, I'm the only one, huh? Okay, bruh. No, I done that. Why? Because I'm staying with my grandma. I go back to the house. She got food. She gonna cook for me. I'm 18, 19. I ain't go straight to college. I said, hell nah, college ain't for me. I think I took a semester off, then I tried to go back. But I was in the workforce early. So I went through plenty of jobs. And at one point, I had one good job out of high school. Working some shipyard or something. Back then, it was good money. I'm broke as hell after all that. I'm broke. But anyway, I quit that job. Go back home. I've been there, so I'm the only one, huh, bro? You okay? You trying to quit your job right now, ain't you? You trying to quit right now? Play the video. Got time for this, man? Play the video.
How the hell do you walk off a job with $10 in your pocket to your name? But that's what I would do. Irresponsible as hell. How the hell you do that shit? I just told y'all guys in the video where I was talking about how the social media age is going to end for women. And I specifically said, if any of y'all guys made it to the end of that video, I was talking about.
I want to put the scripture now. You quit your job, $10 in your pocket. You ain't got no liquor savings, and you quitting your damn job. Bro, what the hell? The Bible say leave father and mother. So to do that, you got to have a job. Right? You got to get established somewhere. Give me Luke 16:1.
Yes, sir.
Man don't work, he don't eat. 2 Thessalonians 3:10. Now, you thought somebody in the street said that, some hustler or somebody said, you don't work, you don't eat, young blood. No, God said that. Give me Luke 16. We're going to start at 1, read down to 3.
Yes, sir. The book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 1. And he said also unto his disciples, there was a certain rich man, which had a steward. And the same was accused unto him that he had wasted his goods. And he called him and said unto him.
So this is a parable. So he called him and said what unto him?
How is it that I hear this of thee? Give an account of thy stewardship.
Give me an account of your stewardship, you being a aid to me. Go ahead. Give me an account of everything that you've done.
For thou mayest be no longer steward.
So you ain't finna be my steward long after this. I'm finna let you go.
Then the steward said unto himself, within himself, what shall I do?
He's like, damn, he let me go. What I'm gonna do? They fired me on my job. Bring it up to today's time. What I'm gonna do? Read.
For my Lord taketh away from me the stewardship.
He take away my stewardship. Me being a service unto him, I'm working for this guy. He gonna end up taking his job away from me. So he thinking all this within himself. Like you may be thinking within yourself as a man, damn, I don't like this job, but what I'm gonna do after this? If I quit this job, now what I'm gonna do? Or if I'm thinking about quitting and going to a different career field, but I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, right? We think about that. Sometimes brothers say, man, the hell with it, I'm gone, I'm quitting. You ain't got $10 to your name. You got your last 50 in your bank account. You probably even got no damn checking account. They upload your money to a card. You gotta go to your debit card, draw it off. You ain't been to the bank yet. Anyway, read.
Yes, sir. I cannot dig.
What do you say?
I cannot dig.
I can't dig and do no manual construction work. I can't do that manual labor. I can't dig. No, I can't do this job here. That's two steel-toe boots, 12 hours. Oh, hell no. What? Y'all do this every day? Okay. No, I can't do this job right here. I'm gone. That's what he said right here. He said, what I'm going to do if I lose my stewardship, I can't dig. I can't do this manual labor stuff. Read.
To beg, I am ashamed.
And to get out here and beg for I'm ashamed to be out here on the corner and beg. In your city, you got folks out there begging, or they may not even be really homeless, but they out there just with their cup or their money, taking all your money, and they go jump into their nice car and drive off over back across town. They got scammers that do that. They act like they're homeless, and they get out there and beg. No shame in their game. You give them their money, they take off their little poke clothes, go jump in their car and ride back across town. Point is, he said, I can't dig to do no construction work, and I'm too ashamed to beg. Read.
Yes, sir. Verse 4. I am resolved what to do.
He said, I know what I'll do. Then he went on into the parable about how he gonna go out and do something else. He came up with something else to do. The point is, certain work, brothers say, you know what, to themselves, no, I can't do that kind of work. Knowing you got responsibilities or things you're trying to get in place, but yet I don't like the job, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna quit this job. And I'm talking about you, bro, because I was there too. Man, I do it in a heartbeat. Why? Because I had a fail safe. I was staying on my grandma. I wasn't a man yet. Okay, play on. Let's pick up right there.
I was talking about how I wouldn't work jobs after I lost the cone factory job, machine operator job. And so jobs were paying me half of that. I just quit them. I was working for this. All these was through the temp sir. I was working for the spot, running machine, cutting the yearbooks. It was only paying me like $7 an hour. I quit that. Now, if that job would have been paying me $15 an hour, I would have stayed there. But since, well, you know, it ain't paying me what I want, that's not a man. A man does what he has to provide for himself. $7 is better than $0. But see, when you're not a man, you don't think like that. When you're a man, you don't think like, oh man, you know, at least I'm providing for myself. No. I'm a victim. I am a victim. So if I can't get the job I want, if I can't get the income I want, I'd rather be a victim. That's not a man. I guarantee you guys, when I was in New York City as that bouncer, I guarantee you the 21-year-old me would not have done that job.
That's it. Stop. So you understand, you can't be moving like that. I don't like that job. I'm going to quit. Knowing you got bills to pay, but you got to fail safe. Give me the book of, where that thing at? Sirach 7 and 15. Ecclesiasticus 7 verse 15. Bruh. It is what it is, bruh. You, as a man, you got to do certain jobs you don't want to do. Not for long. Not saying you stay there. That's your career. That's your life force. But sometimes you got to just stay and stick it out. I know it be hard. I know it be like, hey, man, I want to do this my last day. I'm quitting. I'm done. I had a job one time. I call Officer Gedaliah and say, man, I'm quitting today. That's it. To hell with it. I'm done. He said, nah, bro, you can't do it. I was working what I was doing. I was a Pepsi driver. I was delivering the Pepsi stuff to the store. And, man, them drinks will fall over in the back. And you got to get in the back of that truck like you work at Coke. You got to open that gate, open that door. And you looking there, all your stuff then fell over. Oh, hell no. Nah. 100 bottles done flipped. I got to pick all these up, then take it in the store. I'm done. I'm walking off right now. That was me at one point. I had to learn how to get through those hard days. All right? Hey, read Sirach 7:15.
Yes, sir. The book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 15. Hate not laborious work.
Don't hate laborious work.
Neither husbandry.
Read.
Which the Most High hath ordained.
Which the what?
Which the Most High hath ordained.
The Most High ordained this thing. Why? Because we fell from being great. We was disobedient. And we hearkened unto our wife like Adam did in Genesis. We didn't take accountability or responsibility. So therefore, go to Genesis 3, 17 through 19. This is what happened. The fall of man. Because our forefather Adam fell, now this is what happens. We got to wake up, go to work, do these type of things. When we was made to be rulers of the earth, we was made to be great. We was made to be, we the sons of God. We say that, but we really don't fathom the state that we fell from, bruh. Waking up, going to work from what we was doing, ruling nations. We can't really fathom that. So it's hard for us to see ourselves beyond just a truck driver, beyond just a construction worker. Or I'm the supervisor, I done made it. Or I'm the foreman, I done made it. Hell no, you ain't made it. You ain't supposed to be working at all. But read Genesis 3.
Sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 3, and verse 17.
Come on.
And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree, which commanded thee, saying, Thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake.
Read.
And sorrow thou shalt eat of it.
And sorrow we're going to eat of it. Read.
All the days of thy life.
That's what I want. Read.
Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee.
Come on.
And thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread.
We got to get out and do manual, hard labor work. And sometimes folks may be thinking, well, oh, you a truck driver, or you work in a desk office, or you work in a building. It's still work, bro. It still work. Some jobs are harder than others. But is it still work? Yes. Maybe it's a mental exhausting task to drive 10 hours, and you're dealing with all these crazy-ass folks on the road. It be like that sometimes. Maybe it's a mental exhausting task when you in a let's say a Fortune 500 company and you got constant deadlines to meet and everybody piling their stuff on you. Okay, but you may be, okay, I do construction. Well, I'm more of a man. I do construction. I'm a man. I do construction work, damn it. Okay, well, take your behind on out there and do all that construction work. Guess what? We ain't supposed to be doing that no way as far as that goes. But this is our punishment. We have to accept it and get through the hard days, get through the pressure of deadlines, get through the long driving hours, get through the construction and the heat and the cold and all the things. We got the warehouse working and your feet hurting because you got steel toes on for 12 hours. That's a curse, damn it. Yeah. Read. Did it on that?
No, sir.
Verse 19?
Yes, sir. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was thou taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return.
That's it. Now play the video. Let's pick it back up. Let's pick it back up. Come on. Yep, come on.
Saturday night, Friday night, Sunday night, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me. For the first year, I worked 6 nights a week.
Go to the next time stamp. But he was saying basically when he was younger, he wasn't working on the weekends. We know now, get the Sabbath off, request it off, get a job to have the Sabbath off and things like that. So we don't, we ain't really, the weekend, nah, Sabbath off basically. You got to work on Sunday, okay, cool. We know most of us, we here on Saturdays and Sundays doing the work of the Lord. Well, we got different things going on, different events. So if you got Sunday off, good. But if you got to work on Sunday versus Saturday, I'll go in on a Sunday so I can have the Sabbath off, right? Go to the next timestamp.
You don't let people just push you off center. You got responsibilities. All us who ever had a boss, some of you still got a boss, all of us at some point wanted to choke the shit out of that son of a bitch.
Oh man, I got
every one
the
of
wrong
us.
timestamp, y'all. Listen, I got the wrong timestamp. They finna kick me out for real. Hey, my bad, bro. I did tell you that, but I ain't write it down right. Excuse me, y'all. But basically, give me Sirach 25. Listen, Sirach 29:21. You got responsibilities. You got to work. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. I'm trying to put this thing together. Sirach 29:21. He said, you ever had a boss you just want to choke the mess out of him? Don't do that. Do not do that. We are not condoning any violence. You will go to jail. But he's saying you got to have self-control. You go to work dealing with people you don't want to deal with, things like that. Why? Because as men, this is what we have. Sirach 29, verse 21.
Yes, sir. The book of Sirach, chapter 29 and verse 21.
Come on.
The chief things for life is water and bread and clothing and an house to cover shame.
That takes money, financial means. So you got to go out and work to have these things, right? Man, we're not finna have a brother in the congregation looking to be with a sister if he don't have these things. If he don't have a house, he don't have a place to stay on his own, not with his mother. Meaning, I got some good advice one time. When I first came in the truth, and they was talking about brothers, how to prove a sister. But I wasn't looking to prove a sister. They were just talking about the topic at the time. He was like, bruh, y'all brothers who want a wife, work, have your own place, say pay rent for a whole year without needing no help. Get your bills together. And if you can do that, you're ready for a wife. Pay rent for a year without needing no help. You put money to the side. And that was some good sound advice. And I was able to do that, able to get out on my own and pay my own rent. Do these things like this, do things like that. And then have a little extra to save. Because once you get married, all that's going out the window. It's gone. Especially if she ain't working. You finna be going through some money. Some monies. Sirach 29:21. Stay with me, soldier. Stay with me.
The book of Sirach, chapter 29 and verse 21. The chief things for life is water, and bread, and clothing, and an house to cover shame.
Read.
Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house.
Read.
Be it little or much, hold thee contented, that thou hear not the reproach of thy house.
Right. So whatever you have, be a little or much, be content with that. And then verse 22 say, read that part. Better is the life.
Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage.
Sometime if you gotta move out, say you roommating with somebody or whatever, and you looking to get married, I'm not saying don't roommate. Yes, brothers can save money and roommate with each other. And you understand, okay, when I start talking to a sister or looking to get a family or get a wife or, you got things set up to move out. You have money saved. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right? The point is when you freeloading on somebody, you're not contributing anything. Right? Read.
Then delicate fare in another man's house. Be it little or much, hold thee contented, that thou hear not the reproach of thy house.
That's it right there. I go to that last time stamp I want to talk about real fast. So part of being a man is working jobs sometimes you don't want to work. Understanding that you have responsibilities like you have to have your own place. Unless you roommating with a roommate, and that's fine because you're saving to eventually, move out and have your own place. I'm not saying that's bad. That's good. That's good sound advice. But if you freeloading and not taking advantage of saving, putting things to the side, things like that, then you just being a bum. All right? You quitting jobs because you don't like them. Man, come on, bro. You got to stay on the job a little longer to set yourself up to make another move. All right? Play the timestamp.
Ain't no disrespect. Next, guys, I developed financial discipline. Guys, for a long period of time, in my early 20s, what I would do is didn't save nothing. Y'all guys want to know how my pay thing went? This is how it went. Get paid on Friday, go spend all your money, and come Monday, you have just enough money to make it to the next check. Don't save nothing. $25, $30 net. If you live like that, you're not an adult. You're not a man yet.
I know it's hard to accept because sometimes like, damn, we live check to check. I get my check and I got to spend it, I've been in that position to where you get your check, you pay your bills. Your wife may not be working at the time, so you cover her bills, whatever expenses she got. Right? You cover her bills, whatever expenses she got. Yep. You get paid. Hey, how much you need this week? Oh, I got to pay this bill. I got to pay that bill. Okay, I'm going to send that to you. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we got to go to Walmart. Dang, how much the groceries going to be? $200? Damn, $200? And you trying to stretch every dollar you got. And you end up going to spend it. So now you end up spending your money. You look up, damn, I only got $25 for the rest of the week. That's all I got. Dang. So gas in the car, everything paid for, gas in the car, I got $25. If something happened, that's all you got. We really live in check to check. We ain't got no sense of financial discipline. Like I say, it may ruffle some feathers. I've been there. Some weeks I be there some weeks. We got to put things in place to mend this and change the situation. Brothers be going into overdraft hell. I went into overdraft plenty of time. Okay, I know the bank, they're going to allow me to overdraft, $300. I'm going to go ahead now I'm in a negative, $199 because we needed some extra diapers. Bruh, it's real out here. I understand, trust me. The point is to get from that and get to where we can save something. That's thinking. That's planning. That's managing. That's leading a household, bruh. Play it on.
You're not a grown-up yet. You're still a child. A grown man can put $50 out of his check into the bank account and it not burn his hand. If you're a guy and you literally cannot look at your bank account without it burning your hand, you ain't developed no financial discipline. You don't have no financial and emotional control. You're still a child. You're not a man. A man has enough sense and wisdom to know it's going to rain one day.
It's going to rain one day. Genesis 41:8. We got to have enough sense and wisdom. And guess what? The brother ain't even in the truth. The brother ain't. This should be common knowledge and things we know, but to put it in practice and play, we got to put our foot down and say, hey, we spending this and this only, period. Sis, you ain't finna go starve. You gonna have some food to eat. Well, I don't want that. Well, your ass ain't hungry then. You ever heard that growing up? I know I heard that growing up. It be like that. You think, I don't want my kids to eat no canned good. Man, you better pop them veggie raviolis open or something. Pop them ravioli and put it on the stove, some salt and pepper. Put a little salad on the side. We gonna be all right. We can't go past that budget. That's when it comes to, okay, now we getting things set in order. Or you raise your income. Find another way to get another job and make the move when it's time to make more money. Right? Read that. Genesis 41 and 48. Yeah, 41 verse 48.
Yes, sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 41.
Go ahead and start at verse 46.
Yes, sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 41 and verse 46.
Come on.
And Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Uh-huh.
And Joseph went out from the presence of Pharaoh.
Now, you notice I want to point out something. The brother said he became a man. He realized he became a man when he was about 25. Right? And then right here it say Joseph was 30 years old. Young man. 25 is young. Somewhere out of your teenage years, you get 19, 20, your mindset got to start to shift and change. Should start to shift and change. You hit 25, you got to start learning, okay, different. You got to start thinking a different way. Myself included, I had to start thinking a different way. I get money, I spend it over here. Get money, I spend it over there. Or I'm going to spend this money on this because I'm going to use that money to make more money, and I'm going to pay this off when I make the more money. How about you get the money, spend it on your bills? When you got to make no more money, and just put the money straight towards the bills first. The thinking has to change, and usually around 24, 25, 26, this is depending on a person. Every man is different. Some brothers don't get it till they 40, 50, which is a damn shame. But he said he was about 30 years old. So the mindset got to start to shift and change. Priorities got to get aligned, right? Read that again.
Yes, sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 41 and verse 46.
Come on.
And Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Uh-huh.
And Joseph went out from the presence of Pharaoh and went throughout all the land of Egypt.
Read.
And in the 7 plenteous years, the earth brought forth
By handfuls.
By handfuls.
So obviously, if you know the story, Joseph had a dream. Pharaoh had a dream, and Joseph interpreted the dream. Right? I think it was Pharaoh's guard. Pharaoh's guard. I think that's about right. And the dream was, it might have been Pharaoh. I haven't read it in a while. I think it was Pharaoh had a dream. The ruler of Egypt. And it was 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine was going to come. All right? Joseph interpreted the dream, and during the 7 years of plenty, while things was going good, he was saving for the famine. You would think this basic wisdom, basic knowledge to get, but when you in those moments of all these bills got to get paid, I'm making a $20 decision at the gas pump to put in 20 or put in 10. We are down bad as a people. Something as the man, you got to think of something to make the situation change. I can't lean on my wife to do it. Bro, you can't put it on her. It ain't her job to do that. And we mess up when we try to make it her job to do that. Now, I ain't saying the wife can't work and help out, because some sisters be like, hey, I'll work, I'll help out, which is good. but it ain't her job. It ain't her job to do that. All right, read that again. Verse where you left off at. It's 47.
Yes, sir. And in the 7 plenteous years, the earth brought forth by handfuls. And he gathered up all the food of the 7 years, which were in the land of Egypt, and laid up the food in the cities, the food of the field, which was round about every city, laid he up in the same. And Joseph gathered corn as the sand of the sea.
So he was gathering. He was preparing. He was putting things away, like a food pantry. They got something called what you got Mylar bags. You can put rice in. You can put beans in. You got to buy these things to prepare these things to put the stuff in. Look up YouTube videos of how to do this. All this is called planning. This is part of manhood when you're thinking ahead, right? They got things now called freeze-dried foods. So if you saving for like an emergency pantry, everybody in their house should have at least, they say what, 3 days of food stored up. Not the food that you cook and eat on a regular, but 3 days of food stored up, some days of water. And nowadays we pushing that prepare for a famine. It's time to do that. But if you ain't making enough, we making enough to barely pay our bills. How the hell can I prepare for a damn famine? Hell, I'm barely eating now. It's real. That's where something got to change. Okay, do I got to apply for a new job to make more money? Do I got to, cut down my living expenses? You got to figure that out as a man. Figure it out. Ask help. Ask counsel. What are ways, some things you can do? And take that help and counsel and apply it. Right? Read where you was at?
Yes, sir. Which was round about every city, laid he up in the same. And Joseph gathered corn as the sand of the sea, very much, until he left numbering, for it was without number.
So he gathered a lot. So back in chapter 41, I'll read it. It was Pharaoh. Chapter 41, verse 1. And it came to pass at the end of 2 full years that Pharaoh dreamed, and behold, he stood by the river. And behold, there came up out of the river 7 well-favored kine and fat-fleshed, and they fed in a meadow. And behold, 7 other kine came up, and then out of the river ill-favored and lean flesh, and stood by the other kind upon the brink of the water. So this was the dream he had, the Pharaoh had. And Joseph interpreted that dream. He said it's going to be 7 years of plenteous, 7 years of famine. That's what those cows represented. We got to take that same thing and apply that to our lives. Understanding where you at financially. Ain't no way I should ask a brother how much it take to run your household. If we talking about it, I know me how much it take. Say if it take $4,800. I got to know to the dot. It take $4,800 a month to run my household. I have my wife write out all her bills. She'll get tired of me saying, I say it every week when I first started it. Write it out again. I already did it. Do it again. Would you please do it again just for my sake? Because you got to know how to talk to your wife. Sometimes you got to say, hey, do it again just because. Or you say, hey, would you please do it again? Just do it. Do it for my sake. Okay, I do it. She ain't understanding. It's me as the man having to lead this and having to have the foresight to come. Right? Because if the God forbid the engine go out, I had that happen. Now you got $6,000 for an engine you got to pay for because the car was manufactured, some recall on the car or something. Now you got to come up with this $6,000. What I'm going to do now? Or I got to have this in place. Or I can get help from here. They can give me half. But I got to come up with the other half. Damn, what I'm going to do? You got to be thinking about these things. Right? All right, from there. Play the video. I think this is what I wanted. Is it, let's see where we at. Is it 16:59? Not yet? Okay, let's play that. Now he's talking about financial discipline. Remember, he said, man shall leave father and mother and cleave to his wife. To do that, you got to have a job. We got to have a job. It's working. Play.
If you don't grasp that one day it's gonna rain. If you think every day it's gonna be sunshine and rainbows, you're never gonna get sick, you're never gonna get laid off, work ain't gonna never slow down, everything just gonna go smooth sailing. Yeah, and that'll never happen in your world. His life is perfect. See, that's how a child thinks. An adult knows to be prepared for a rainy day. So if you can't save nothing out of the check, then you need to bring your lifestyle down. Maybe you need to move to a cheaper crib. Maybe you need to downgrade your car and cut that damn car note down. Maybe you don't need a $600 car note. Maybe you need a $200 car note.
Bruh.
Yeah,
$600. A car, $690, $700. Yeah, car notes like that. Trust me, I know. I ain't making up no numbers. $700 for the car note, $690. Then you got insurance, $250. Ah, bruh. That's just that for the month right there. So that's $7, $8, $9. You had $1,000 just on the car note and insurance. If you got that, and if you get married, and guess what? You can take on your wife debt. Yeah, that's yours now. Have that at home, boy. You better choose wisely. You marry her, okay, now all that debt yours. Damn. Oh, how much student loans you got again? We might got to reconsider this. Hey, it's real, but that's a part of being a man. When you take on that responsibility, that's why I have the authority I have. So, sis, humble down. You ain't got to worry about nothing. When the man is rolling, like Corey Holcomb said, how we ended it, a woman have to be taught by a respectable man. A respectable man gonna put all these things in place. What you tripping for? Just be cool, sis. Humble down. That's why I'm the man. Anyway, play on. Now, bruh, if you ain't doing all these things, you got to get to where you are doing all these things. Yes. Play on.
That nice Suburban. Go get your Dodge. Can't afford it. If you can't put no money up, then you living outside your means. Maybe you need to get a roommate, but I want my own place. Well, you can't afford it. You ain't saving shit. See, children think they're entitled to things. Men know they're entitled to what they can afford to do.
That's true.
So if you can't
play, is that it? Okay. 1 Corinthians 13:11. We got to understand something real. This is just real spill. We can't be moving like children. 1 Corinthians 13:11. I opened up with this on the last one. It's time to grow up, bruh. It's time to grow up. Here it is, a brother never give alms. I got a story for you. Brother always broke. He's single now. Brother always broke. Barely give alms, meaning, helping out the body when we need things for the school. Alms, right? He always broke, but yet he go buy some speakers, some 12. I got 6 12s. I got 6 Webby. He got 6 12s in the back, beating down the block. Bro, what you doing with all this 6 12? I like it. Okay, your prerogative. Now the brother got 6 12s. The school, maybe needing some things. We all coming together, pitch our little money in, $10 here, $10 there. But the brother got 6 12s beaten. You know where his mind at. 1 Corinthians 13:11. He's still operating like a little boy. And I'm not saying if you really broken, you can't give nothing. But remember what the Christ said about the woman who cast in 2 pence? She gave all that she had. She gave according to her little. Because that's what her faith lied at in the gospel. But us today, we like some big old children. Read that.
Yes, sir. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13 and verse 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child.
Now I'm taking it at face value. A lot of times, us as men, we speak like children. You can hear it in the brothers' conversation. Video games, just all kind of crazy stuff. Just wacky stuff. I don't even know. Go ahead.
I understood as a child. I thought as a child.
Understood as a child. Thought as a child. When you think as a child, like I said in the first part of the class, we think as a child, we don't put emphasis on other things or thinking ahead. Thinking about outside of ourselves. Read.
My bad. But when I became a man.
But when you become a man, when we become men in our thinking, men in our understanding. Read.
I put away childish things.
We put those childish things away. I don't need 6 12s knocking down the block. I don't need a new paint job. The paint is fine on the car. Things like this. We got to put away childish things and set our priorities on things of importance. Do I have a house? Are my bills paid? The Bible say, "Oh no, man." So guess what? You got to pay them bills, bruh. Yeah. For us breaking the commandments, we in slavery. You know what I want? Baruch 3:8. We subject to payments. It is what it is. So therefore, running a household, guess what? It takes you having that mental capacity to do these things. Sometimes, bruh, it just ain't showing on some brothers. It wasn't showing on me. Bruh, I tell you, I done had every job in the county. Ask my grandma if you know her. I had every job in the county. So when I got into trucking, and I was, I'm finally moved out because I said, I ain't paying no bills. What the parents want money for? I'm staying with y'all for free. I'm supposed to. That's how my mind was. I said, if I got to pay bills, I better move out. So I worked on moving out. I was in the truth. I was getting ranked. And they gave me the same thing. Hey, you got to get your own spot. You got to start making moves. So I did that. And I got a job. And I was like, damn. I was on the verge of quitting that one. I was like, damn, I can't quit this. I'm out on my own now. I made up in my mind. I ain't going back. I got my own spot. And I had a bad day at work. And I was learning how to drive that truck, and something had happened. I was like, either I can go ahead and quit this now. I'm talking about I was finna quit. Truck them broke down, messed up. I was finna quit that day. And I said, you know what? I got to get through this. Ain't no plan B. And once I had that breakthrough in my mind, ain't no plan B, and I got through that, it was easy after that. That was my breakthrough. I became a man that day. Read that.
Yes, sir. The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
We are yet this day in our captivity. We all pay taxes. We in bondage to Babylon, America. Read.
Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse.
Come on.
And to be subject to payments.
And be what?
And to be subject to payments.
And be subject to payments. So we got to have financial discipline. All right. Give me Proverbs 10 verse 4. Now we're going to get into like some self-discipline type of things. Financial discipline. We got to move out on our own. Let's get into some self-discipline. We're going to wrap it up with this. Self-discipline. These are the two main things. Self-discipline first. And then to get out on your own, financial discipline, having achieved things in life, things of this nature. Because a lot of boys, a lot of males are not men, especially in the world, doing just dumb stuff. At the football game, pants off your ass. You end up buying weed and smoking weed, your damn light bill whooping your ass. I pay my light bill. I may be late because I just tell my wife, hey, I done forgot. Just tell me, just text me how much is it. All right, I'm going to send the money. But I pay my light bill. What's that girl said on the, it's a funny show. That's why I keep saying it's a funny show called My 500-Pound Life. And she said, you are such a little child, Amy. And the girl said, I ain't no little child. I pay my bill. She said, I'm grown. I pay my bills. My bills are paid. Can you find that clip? Y'all think I'm making it up. It was funny as hell. See, I pay my bills. My bills are paid. Yeah, my bills paid too, damn it. Anyway, but sometimes we go through hardships, and it be like that. What I told you to get, Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The book of Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 4.
Now, you may be broke after you pay the bills, but long as the bill is paid, damn it. Read that.
He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand.
You become poor when we deal with a slack hand. We can't be negligent in dealing with our business, our day-to-day lives.
But the hand of the diligent maketh rich.
We got to be diligent in our business. All right, Romans 12 and 11. Romans 12 and 11. We got to be diligent in our business, the things that we do. Diligent in the Lord's business, meaning understanding we got to go out to camp. We got to have flyers. Who can go get the flyers? Things like this. Diligent in the Lord's business. Who can set up for the IT? Things like that. Get what I told you to get. Romans 12 and 11.
The book of Romans chapter 12 and verse 11. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
Not slothful in business, but fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. First and foremost, the Lord's business. All right. Proverbs 25, verse 28. Proverbs 25, verse 28. I think that's it what I want. What I was talking about earlier, my 500-pound life. Proverbs 25, 28. We're going to play that video after this. I pay my bills. My bills are paid. That's it. All right.
Proverbs chapter 25 and verse 28.
Come on.
He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
We got to have control over our own spirit. Like the brother was going into, he said he want to go to the job sometime and choke the boss. You can't do that. You can't choke your boss out. Have rule over your spirit. Now he was saying, even now we got to understand. Don't let nobody disrespect you as a man, obviously. But sometimes you got to know how to just let stuff pass, let stuff go. As men, sometimes some brothers just can't let nothing go. He thinking about it all day long, analyzing, and it's messing him up. He can't move forward and be productive moving forward. Read that again. That's a good scripture.
Yes, sir. He that hath no rule over his own spirit.
We got to have rule of our spirit in all situations. Self-discipline, self-control, just lashing out, angry. Bro, you throwing a temper tantrum like a little boy. Or brothers get quiet. Somebody corrects you on something. Hey, bro, you messed that up, bro. You messed that up. All right. Anyway, you go to slouching down in your seat. You start separating yourself. Man, let that go and just kick it. Just be cool. Hey, man, I did mess it up. My bad. I'm sorry, bro. I messed it up. My bad. Hey, man, I'm gonna go get some. I'm gonna go get a drink to go with all this. I'm gonna go. You want something? I'm finna go get us a Gatorade or something. You want something? Whatever. Just let it go and move on. You done with that?
No, sir.
Read.
He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
You like a city that's easily taken over. Play that video. Self-discipline. We all top G's, right? We all love the Andrew Tate videos and the Kevin Samuel video. Now it's time to apply it. Light bill busting your ass, huh? I know it's real. Mortgage come around is hard, ain't it? Put things in place. Deacon Joshua did a great class. I often got to go back and watch. Called Rule Like a King and Not Like a Tyrant. I encourage all of us as men to go back and rewatch that. Rule like a king and not like a tyrant. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Watch Captain Joel Man Up Mondays. Oh yeah, we're gonna get on the brothers. Go ahead and send it to your husband, sis. Go ahead and send him to it, sis. Nah, don't do it. Oh, you got the spirit. She's gonna send it to her husband. Man edition, damn it. That's right, man edition. Gonna send it to your Lord. You got the spirit, sis, if you're doing it in the wrong spirit. The Bible say for the women to speak, the man should be warned by the conversation of the wives, knowing how to speak to your husband, to speak that life into him, encourage him to go out and conquer the world, get through that 12-hour job, those type of things. Play that video. Play it.
Try being my size, Amy. You don't know.
Turn it up. I love this. I love it. Start it over.
Try being my size, Amy. You don't know how it is. You need to register it in your damn head. It's every time you want to be babied. Then I ain't baby. You're a baby. No, you're baby. Look at you. Grow up. You first. I've been grown. I pay my bills. My bills are paid.
Hey, I thought it was funny. Say, I've been grown. I pay my bill. My bills are paid. Hey, some brothers can't say that. Oh, you grown. Your bills paid. I'm a grown ass man. That's how brothers be. What you talking about? I'm a grown ass. Don't talk to me like that. You know what I'll do to you? I'm a grown ass man. Yeah. That rent busting your ass though. Let's be real. That light bill, that water bill busting your ass though. It's hard to be a man. I know. Trust me, being a man ain't easy today. I know, bruh. We here for you. We got to get it together. Read that.
Yes, sir. The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 8. Owe no man anything.
That's the Bible say, "Oh no man anything." Now I'm taking it for the context of pay your bills. I pay my bills. My bills are paid. But we subject to payments. Baruch 3:8. That's all I wanted. I'm just throwing it out there like that. We gotta pay our bills. And brothers lose some damn weight. You think brothers be mean, Captain Shim being mean? Your health is important, bro. Your health is important. All right? Brothers think you valuable to the nation as an unfit, unhealthy brother. Bro, your ass fat. You can't do nothing. You can't make the march. Give me black youngster. You know what I want? I put it on Telegram. Give me black youngster. I put it on Telegram. I'm finna brothers gotta learn to lose weight and burn the fat. Hey, it is telling you, I'm a god, I'm a king. You over there smothering your wife. If she don't want you on top of her, get off top of her. You're killing her. She gonna die. She can't breathe. Listen, bro, it is what it is, man. Y'all can talk about me later. It is what it is. You got that? Hold on. Why you downloading it? Hold on. Let's see what the Bible say about health. Since you don't want to take my word for it. Sirach 30:15. Sirach 30:15. Sirach 30 verse 15. It's time to grow up. Man edition. Oh, okay. I did a class called Breaking the Simp Mind. Might want to go back and watch that one too. Rule like a king, not like a tyrant. That's one of my go-tos I go back to. It's a lot that be in these classes. We ain't digesting everything in that one take. Bruh, we got to go back and watch these things. All right? All right, now, I'm telling you, there's finna be some raw language, but you done heard worse. Trust me. And if you can't take this, you're just sensitive anyway. You probably ain't gonna make it. I don't know. Play the video, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm about to do it. If you got some bleeps over there, you can bleep it out. But I'm about to. Have you seen it before? Play it.
Fat ass sit on the couch. Want somebody to feel sorry for you every time somebody make a fat joke, you and your feelings, they making fun of me. Get your fat ass up and go out here and run. Lose the weight, bitch.
Hey, it is what it is. Lose some weight, bro. Sirach 30:15. He said it rough. Sirach 30, Ecclesiastes chapter 30, verse 15. You want somebody to feel sorry for you, get up and go run. Lose some weight. Lose some weight, bro. You got titties and man boobs. This is love, bro. I love you, bro. I want you to be because guess what? If I fall and get weak, I want somebody to talk to me the same way. To get me back up, because ain't no time for no weakness when it comes to being a man. It ain't. I ain't saying you can't be compassionate. Yes, be compassionate. But when you don't want to lose the weight, you don't want to wake up and go to work. You don't want to stay at a job that you know you got to stay at, because right now ain't nothing else going on, so you got to stay. Stick it out a little bit longer, champ. Believe in yourself. I don't give a damn your wife don't believe in you. Bruh, we believe in you. Read that.
Sirach chapter 30 verse 15.
Come on.
Health and good estate of body.
What the Bible say?
Health and good estate of body.
No poor estate of body.
Good estate of body.
No fat estate of body.
Good estate of body.
Yeah, I like that. Read.
Are above all gold.
That's what it's about. Good estate of body. But we all gonna die one day. You little skinny little, I can't stand you, bruh. I can't stand your little skinny ass. You gonna die one day or something. Well, yeah. But right now, I can walk a mile and your ass can't. Right now, I can hold up for myself a little bit longer than you can. I know how fat brothers be thinking. Long as I got this, my trigger finger, I'm good. Brothers be fat, make all kinds of excuses. As long as I got my trigger finger, I'm good. I'm going to shoot that. I'm going to shoot me. Don't shoot nobody, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Lose some weights. Get healthy. Feel better. I got to stop eating sweets. I love some cookies, some chocolate chip especially, and some ice cream. But they got that high fructose corn syrup in there. So I kind of stopped staying away from that. So I go to the non-dairy ice cream and start getting that. And thinking I'm doing something. But we all got our vices we got to overcome. Wisdom of Solomon 1 verse 5. Oh, we're going to build back gods today. Oh, you a top G, all right. Yeah, my ass. Committing adultery, watching porn, you jacking off, you a top G. Bro, I'm cutting myself when I say this. I can't believe I watch porn. top G watching porn. What the hell is this? Hell no. You know I'm a stud. I'm gonna get married. I'm get married around this thing. I'm a stud, damn it. Yeah, watching no damn porn. They're gay anyway. Read that. Wisdom of Solomon 1:5. Oh yeah, sis. I know you clapping now. Go on and clap, sis. We getting on the men. It's the man edition. We getting on the men's. Read that.
Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Come on.
For the Holy Spirit of discipline.
What?
The Holy Spirit of discipline.
Read it up. Strong, bruh.
For the Holy Spirit of discipline.
Discipline.
Will flee deceit.
Google discipline. We're going to end it with this. Yeah, man edition. This is man talk. This is man talk.
Discipline. The practice of training people to obey rules.
Obey rules, laws. Read.
Or a code of behavior.
A code of behavior. Read. Go ahead.
Using punishment to correct disobedience.
The Lord used punishment to correct disobedience. We ain't going to do nothing to you. The Lord used that to correct disobedience. Remember, he said he's going to turn his back on us. Holy Spirit of discipline. Read the similar words.
Similar. Control.
Control. You ain't got no self-control.
Regulation.
You ain't got no regulation over yourself.
Direction.
You ain't got no direction.
Order.
No order about yourself. Your pants wrinkled. You don't wake up on time. You're always late. Read.
Authority. Rule. Strictness.
We got to have these things. So we need control of ourselves. Not to give in to the double cheeseburger. Bro, I'm telling you right now, I love me a good old Chick-fil-A spicy deluxe with a milkshake on the side. I love that thing. I gotta be disciplined to wake up in the morning, to study, to come do a class. Bro, it take a lot for me to take a lot for brothers to travel up to, do the class. Sometimes you don't understand what brothers gotta, hey, I gotta cut my sleep. I'm taking, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, taking the discipline to do all this. And we ain't complaining, I ain't complaining. We shouldn't be complaining. It's a part of being a man. That's what it is. I got to have that control. I need that regulation. I need a regular routine. How about I do 100 push-ups a day? How about I at least do 50 squats every 2 days? Some type of, you wake up in the morning, wash your face, brush your teeth on a regular. That's your discipline. How about some discipline on every day, no matter what? I'm going to send up a prayer 3 times a day on my knees. Can you be disciplined enough to do that for a week? No matter what, for this month, no matter what, I am not watching porn. No porn for me. I'm a top G, damn it. No porn for me. All right? So, how about no matter what? Wife, you're going to get some food, but we ain't spending past this budget. That's all we're going to have. That's all we're going to spend. All right? And that's it. We're going to get things in order. We're going to get things in check. Until then, Lord's will, you was able to get something from the class. I'm Officer Lavy. It's time. Luke 7:32. The men of this generation like children. We're going to end with that. Men of this generation like children. We're going to end with that.
The book of Luke, chapter 7 and verse 31. And the Lord said, whereunto then shall I liken the men of this generation? And to what are they like?
What the men of this generation like?
They are like unto children sitting in the marketplace.
God said we like unto children sitting in the marketplace. Read.
And calling one to another and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
Hey, I'm playing this music. Come dance to my tune. Come dance to my. Hey, man. Hey, Jay, bro, what's going on? Yeah. Ain't doing nothing productive. Nothing productive. Read. That's it.
No, sir. We have mourned to you, and ye have not wept.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
All right, men of this generation like children. Us, it's time to grow up. We got to be top G's, coming back to our rightful state. There's going to be self-discipline. There's going to be financial discipline to run our households. There's going to be teaching our wives, teaching our children. There's going to be all these things encompass being a man. Health encompass being a man. All these things, right? So, Lord's will. Brothers, you was able to get something from the class. All right, we gotta meditate on these things. All right, mid-morning medicine. I know you ain't like the fat jokes. I know you ain't like them. All right, so Lord's will, you was able to get something from the class. Most High in Christ bless.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.